Ever feel just tired and unmotivated? It's that feeling when the things you used to love suddenly seem empty and pointless. You start asking yourself, what's going on? Why does everything feel like such a chore? Even the stuff that used to get me excited. You're not alone in this. It's a common struggle in our fast paced world. A common explanation for this feeling boils down to one powerful chemical in your brain: dopamine, often called the motivation molecule. It's the neurotransmitter that governs desire, pleasure, and the energy to actually do things. Think of it as your internal battery. Without it, you wouldn't even be able to get out of bed or make a decision. But here's the catch: the way dopamine works is tricky. Every time we do something enjoyable, our dopamine levels spike and we feel great. However, after every peak, there's an inevitable crash. This crash doesn't just return you to normal, it temporarily drops you below your usual baseline. Basically, the higher the high, the lower the low that follows. This explains why you might feel strangely flat or even sad after a huge success or a thrilling experience. Our modern lives are a minefield for this system. We are constantly surrounded by intense, easy hits of pleasure, scrolling through social media, eating super processed junk food, or binging nonstop entertainment. Your brain gets so used to these constant, artificial spikes that it lowers your overall baseline to cope. The result? The simple things that used to make you happy are no longer enough, and you find yourself chasing bigger thrills just to feel normal. So, how do we fix this? The key is to manage your dopamine wisely by making a fundamental shift in your mindset. You have to learn to be okay without immediate gratification and start appreciating the effort itself, not just the reward at the end. It's about retraining your brain to find satisfaction in the hard work, the discipline, and the process. Think about exercise. Instead of blasting music and chugging an energy drink to get through it, try doing it in silence. By focusing on the physical effort, you teach your brain to release dopamine for the action itself, not for the external rewards. It's like the difference between a child who draws for the joy of creating versus one who only draws to get a prize. When the reward is the activity itself, your motivation becomes unstoppable and self-sustaining. So, here's the bottom line. It's time to start training your dopamine. Stop wasting it on constant, cheap spikes and burning it out with excessive stimulation. You can do this by consciously cutting back on easy impulses and learning to embrace a little discomfort. When you do, your natural motivation will return, not because anything outside has changed, but because you've rebuilt a healthy, stable balance on the inside.